How you doing, guys? Earth from WorldWasteland.com. So one of the things that everyone has been talking about lately, there's actually a few. We get some news stories coming fast and hard these days. I've been out of it for a while, out of the loop here. So one of the things that I've been seeing recently is all the talk about the Tyson food closures and just basically the continued restrictions on the supply of food. Now, the interesting thing is that Tyson is a food processor, not specifically a food producer, although I'm not sure they probably have their fingers in the production element as well, being that they're the largest food processor in the world, I believe, if not certainly the United States. And they're closing a bunch of plants based on lower earnings come in. And one of the things that there's a few interesting elements in the information that they gave, which I just watched a video by Everyman Prepping. Check it out. I'll try to put the link in the description, where he talks about some of the weird elements, you know, maybe corporate doublespeak of certain kinds that they're using to justify their decision to close these plants. And because he talks about one of the things that they mention is that they're closing a chicken plant. Now, chicken consumption is one of the few meats that has gone up according to their data. That beef and pork consumption has declined because of prices, most certainly, and but the chicken has actually gone up. But one of the things that they're closing is a chicken plant, and they said something about closing to move closer to their customers. And the interesting thing is, well, if their customers aren't there, why is the plant there to begin with? And like Cat Williams said, there isn't a person or a people on this planet that don't fuck with chicken.
That's how you know it's from God. What group of people don't fuck with chicken?
So there's always going to be customers for chicken. Doesn't matter where in the world you are, unless there's just no people. So why is your plant there in the first place? But of course, this just brings up the importance of food storage, food production, if you have that capability. But one of the things that no one is really talking about, and which is just a sign of why these type of things are so bad for our economy in general, and while I really think/know that we're just going to have continued decline, if not collapse, in the overall economy, is like, if you look at the numbers that they're pointing out about like, the consumption of the beef and pork has gone down by like single-digit percentages. 3%, 1.5%, something like that, maximum like 5% in some of these situations, and that's like catastrophic for these companies' earnings. Our entire modern economy is so fraudulent and completely based on like continuous, not only expansion, but continuous exponential expansion. So we don't just need growth, we need continued exponential growth for this thing not to just completely fall apart. So even aside from all the other things that are going on, we can't just maintain. This is mostly based on, it's mostly a function of our currency system that requires exponential debt expansion. But the companies themselves, coming of age, growing up, or whatever in this system, in this economy, have also structured and been built that same way, so that if you don't have continued growth, and not just like small growth, but continued significant growth, they can't handle it and the whole thing starts to fall apart. That is dangerous, because like I said, we can't even just muddle along for a little bit when things are set up that way. You have to have continued growth or everything starts to collapse. And I think that's where we're at now. So that was just a quick video. Wanted to let you guys hear my thoughts on that subject. Let me know what you think. And if, I know there's a lot of people out there that think that these food production issues are planned or controlled and, structured purposely in some nefarious way. Certainly could be elements of that. I don't think that overall that's necessarily what's going on. I think that mostly this is related just to, like I mentioned, the way our currency and economy is structured, it's a combination of a continued complexity with also increasing fragility. So now when you have an incredibly complex system, even small elements of it showing weakness or failing cause the entire thing to fail. And I think that's more what we're seeing. And one of those elements is you need continued growth. And everything else, all the high tech we have, all the increased productive capacity that we should be enjoying based on the fact that our technology has increased so dramatically over the past 100, 150 years, we should have just like almost endless resources, but everything is being messed with, everything is fake, everything is being pilfered at every individual level by unscrupulous people and stupidity that we're reaping the harvest of that kind of bad way of doing things has been sown out, over the last 100 years or so. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Make sure to stay prepared.